has Steve, just share your story about where you started and what it's done for you, because it's been pretty amazing.
Okay, thanks, Alex. Again, Steve Jones from Dallas, Texas, and my background is I was in industrial sales to the oil and gas industry for the last 25 plus years. And about 2 years ago, the whole oil and gas industry just collapsed. The price of oil dropped precipitously from like $135 a barrel down to 25, and there were layoffs everywhere. Companies were closing. There were layoffs at my company. I was told to keep my job, that my salary was going to be cut to a fraction of what it was, but I was still going to have to do the 60 hours a week and the travel and the sales calls and all of that stuff. So it didn't sound like a good idea to me. So I started looking for a job or a way to supplement my income. And the job market's not fantastic. Everything I applied for had 50 applicants out there. So it was taking me a while to find something. And I saw this business, and I actually saw a YouTube video that Alex had put up of the event in June. And there was a way to contact you. And you got me on a webinar, just like this one. And I saw this business. And I saw immediately, this is an answer, to my problems. I mean, we'd been burning through our savings just to pay bills, and it's been fantastic. I got started a couple days before September. So I've been in the business now 2 months and 2 weeks. First month, I got my first sale on day 16 and had total sales of $21,500. And second month, even better, had sales of $28,500. So in the first 60 days, $50,000. And I was shocked. I mean, the system works, the support, the teamwork, the training, the mentoring, it's all there. And I just plugged in and worked the business, and it's fantastic.
That's awesome. Thanks, Steven. And so what's so cool is, you went from having 100,000 to 33,000. I just love the story. So not only did you get to fire your boss and you now have to work 60 hours, but you made more in 2 months than if you would have stayed there working 60 hours a week for a whole year.
That's right? Correct. That's right.
So that's awesome. Cool. Thank you. So guys, again, that's somebody to start 2 months ago. So I wanted you guys to hear from people that are fairly new to all different kinds of backgrounds, so you guys can really get an understanding of somebody that maybe have been here a little bit longer. So how about Leilani actually started out with us in July, so I'm going to have her share her story here a second. Before I do, I'm going to answer this question. What are the packages again? Phil, so it starts from 2,000 to 22,000, and you're talking about 2,000, 3,500, 6,500, 12,500, or 22,000. And the bonuses start out at the 6,500. Okay, so those are the packages. Tom says, but guys, I'm going to tell you though, if any of you guys do 2,035, I'm just going to tell you, 95% of your sales are going to be 6,500 and above. Right now, 12.5 and 22s is where most of our members are starting because of so much value that we have at the VIP. You're getting access to the training, you're getting appointment center, so people want to be as close to that 12.5 and 22 as possible. Why is that important? If you start at 35, your first sale is going to go to your sponsor, but after that, like, your sales is going to be 65, 12.5, 22. If you're 3,500, you will only make 3,500 of that. So if you make two $6,500 sales, instead of making 13,000, you'll make 7,000. Same sales, same amount of effort, but it's just you get less. So I'm just going to tell you, if that's the only place you could start when you get financed, yes, but try to see if you guys, where you guys could get financed, where you could come in at a higher level. So Tom, what does it take for the financing? That's a great question. Again, get back to it. You'll fill it out. There's really no prerequisites, guys. It's just to fill it out, and then we'll find out whether you qualify or not. Because we tried to guess before, and it just doesn't work, because we've had people that I thought were going to get approved that just didn't, and I got people that I never thought were going to get approved, and they went through just fine. So we stopped guessing to that, okay? All right, so we actually got both of them on. Awesome, cool. So we got Massimo and Leilani, so you guys get to hear from two different people. So some of you are asking questions, and we're going to end with this one after we're done with Leilani and Massimo, unless you guys have any other questions. But one of the main questions was like, what if I don't get approved for financing, Alex, and I still want to get started? What are some of the different choices that I have? Oops, sorry, guys. Let me get this up. My bad. Massimo here basically applied for the credit, didn't get approved. He got his mom to co-finance for him because, you know, he just wanted to make it happen, and he started out in February. So you can kind of relate to his story. I'm going to let him share with you what's happened since he started out in February.
So, yeah, I got a phone call like most of the people on this webinar did, and I responded to it. Someone called me and invited me to a webinar. Embarrassed to say, my credit had sucked. I really liked the business model, and I had to suck it up and go to Mama for her co-signature. So she did that, and that was my first day marketing was February 21st. I didn't get my feet wet until about mid-March, but by mid-March, I'd made two $6,500 sales, which was $13,000 in 3 weeks.
Oh.
We're getting harassed by a 5-year-old there. So, made 13,000, and then about, when was that? Around June, I'd made $38,000. My biggest month was in September, where I made 72,000, and that month she made 28,500. And he doesn't listen.
I think he wants to be on there. Go ahead.
Even if we bribe him with ice cream, it doesn't get so, all in all, in September, between her and I, we had $100,000 a month. Well, I've been in the business for about 7.5 months. About 3.5 months into the business, I met her, and she, at first, on our first date, when I told her I'd made $38,000 that month, she looked at me like I was a drug dealer. Didn't believe anything that I said, but the more and more she looked into the business, the more and more she realized that it was a real business, and then she got involved, and is pretty much better than me at it right now.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. So that's pretty good.
You see, it doesn't say Leilani and Massimo. It says Leilani. I'm finding myself dwarfing in her shadow.
So that's awesome, bro. And obviously, like, and you paid off your mom's loan in how long?
Well, before the $239 payment came in for the loan, I'd made $13,000. So I actually had more than actually double the amount that I invested into the business, because I came in at the mid-range. I took advantage of the fast start bonus, so I came in at 6,500 and got bumped up to 12,500. I'd made 13,000, so I pretty much had everything. Well, the first sale got passed up to my sponsor, Alex, and the second sale, I pretty much had the whole payment, but I didn't make the payment then. I waited for a couple months because my mom wanted that. It actually helped her credit, to pay it off in about two months. So the point is that I made my return on investment before the $239 payment came in.
Wow, that's awesome.
Right. So
yeah, we never say, guys, that's what's going to happen for you. But overall, most of our members are paying it off within 3 to 6 months. And why? Because your average sales is going to be between 10 to 20,000 a month. So it doesn't take very long to pay off the loan. Okay. So now, Leilani, you started a business out in July or August. I can't remember.
It was mid-August that I started. And I have my background is in a lot of high pressure sales. I did multi-level marketing. I did cold calling at call centers, but primarily I was recruiting and working at call centers. And for me, I always felt like I was really expendable at these positions, because no matter how well I did, if there was a lull at any point, then it was always like you're on the chopping block. You always had to be perfect. You always had to be going after the next person. And there was a time around the time that I met Massimo, actually right before I met Massimo, and he shared this with me, where I had gotten this phone call from my son's day sitter. And before I met Massimo, I was a single mom for 4.5 years. So I was like sitter after sitter bouncing my son around. So to have this call from the sitter that she couldn't work Mondays anymore on my work day, and I wouldn't have her the very next week, I really got that real feeling of how expendable I was, because I knew if I told my job that, they would immediately let me go. So I had to make a decision there that I had to let myself go, you know. And so when Massimo shared this with me, even though I was scared and I was trying to process, you know, how can I make this work? Is this going to work? I had to jump all in. There was no other way about it. And, you know, I made, like he said, in that following month, we have a combined amount which equaled over $100,000. So, you know, I'm sending my mother money now. My whole life has changed. I'm home with my son all the time. I go out in the middle of the day and have lunch at restaurants and go shopping whenever I want. Places are empty. Everyone else is at work and I'm not, you know. I have this wonderful community that I work beside, even though everyone's in different states. I feel like they're all my family. When I met you all in Vail, it was just like meeting like extended family, you know, here with the kids, you know. I mean, it's just beautiful.
That's
so
awesome. You're working with the kids running around you.
Running around, you know, they're quiet when we need them to be. And then other times, you know, people are really attracted to this type of business because their dream has been to be home with their families.
Exactly.
And we're reminding them that this is what life's really about.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. That's awesome, guys. Well, thanks.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. That's pretty much all I had. Everybody did a really good job of just sharing with you guys. Guys, so you guys got to hear from someone who's been in the business for, you know, over 6 months to someone who's been 2 months, 3 months, and basically, you know, everything from beginning to end. So we're really proud with regards to just developing these success stories. Really simple. Get back to the person that invited you. And guys, by the way, we do have a lot of fun. Our business is it is a lot of fun because we do a lot of things. We go on these trips. We have these events where you not only learn, but our next one's going to be Puerto Rico. Beautiful March. I mean, how many love to be in Puerto Rico in March, learning and making money while you're in 75-degree water and just enjoying yourself? Guys, it's going to be beautiful. So join the business, have fun, build your ideal business lifestyle with people who are success-minded caliber. And I will tell you, you are the 4 people you hang yourself around the most. So for those of you who really want to change in your life, or maybe some of you are already successful, you're kind of where I was at, you might be making $50,000, $100,000 a year, and you're just like, you know what, I know my life's more than this, and I know it's meant for more. If that's you, get back to the person who invited you. Look forward to working with you guys. I want to say we went a little bit over. Thanks for everybody staying on. We thank you. We appreciate all the panelists for being on. We thank you guys for attending. And for those of you joining us, again, if you have any questions, guys, please get back to the person that invited you. Get them addressed, because if you have questions, I'd much rather you get them addressed and join than just sit on the sidelines. Because I'm just telling you, you're going to watch this group just absolutely, this community grow, and there's going to be people that are going to be living their ideal lifestyle where that should be you. Okay? We'll see you guys on the other side on the training. Thanks, everyone. Have a beautiful Wednesday night.
Bye.
Let's spend some time with those kids now. Bye, guys.
Bye, Alex. Thank you.